Hi there, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading. This is Yetta Pearl, and this is your reading for the week of November 1st through 6th of 2021. So, isn't that shocking that it is so late in the year that we've experienced so much of 2021 already? Okay, so before I started the reading, then of course I invited all your guardian angels to create this for you, and so they are bringing the best reading for you as a group, right? And so some parts of this then may not resonate with you, but that's okay. You just take the parts that do and leave the rest. Okay, hang on, we just need one more here, and then we'll be able to get started. One more. So interestingly that the Archangel Raphael cards wanted to come forward. So Raphael is the angel of healing. And so some of you may be experiencing some physical challenges in your health. And so he is here to assist you with that and to get you, like, it feels like back on track, right? Okay. All right. So let's see. Okay, so the first thing Raphael is saying to you, maybe change physicians. It feels like either you have not gone to the doctor because you're, just kind of like, well, that won't do much good anyway, or that you got some bad advice or something that just doesn't resonate with you. And so, maybe it's just time to find a different physician or find a naturopath. Or, somebody who jives more with you is what that feels like. Even if your spouse goes to, whichever physician, doesn't mean you have to, right? Or even if somebody else says, oh, that one was so awesome, you didn't really find that. So, that's okay. There's many of them, right? So you can choose and find one who, go interview that physician and find one who really thinks the way you do. And that is what's going to create a lot of excellent care for you that fits you. So, yeah, so go find, and it does feel like for many of you, or for some of you for sure, this will be a naturopath or, an herbalist. But they, of course, they don't diagnose. But anyway, however that feels good for you, do that. Okay? And don't discount, when we're talking about yourself and your healing and your emotions as well as your physical and all that stuff, don't discount the power of the outdoors. Nature is amazing. And the power of that, and to just be outside for a while. And okay, so they're telling me that this is more than that. It's not just outside. Like if you live in a city and you go outside and stand on the sidewalk, it's probably not going to help all that much, right? Get out of town, get somewhere where there's just an expanse of all nature, trees and grass and birds and other animals and fresh air and wind and all that stuff. Get into that. Get into that and really feel it. And let it blow through you, right? While you're out there, do some, all that emotion that's kind of stuck within you, it feels stuck in your gut. Like it feels kind of like an upset stomach to me right now. Do some yelling and some screaming and some swearing and stomping your feet and just let out all that frustration and the anger, the things that aren't, that don't feel good. Let that stuff out there where it's safe. There's nobody to see you, nobody to hear you. And when you're finished, your throat might be raw, depending how well you can let yourself go, because not everybody can completely to start with. That's fine. You do what you can. But then, you might feel kind of nauseous. Some of you might even throw up a little bit. It's not all that pleasant that way, but it's worse if it stays in, right? So And so then once you have done everything you can for that time, then sit there and go, oh yeah, it's sure nice out here, you know, and really embrace that. Let out all the ugly stuff though first. You need that. Okay. You are the authority on you. No one else can possibly be the authority on you. This is the same as this changing physicians thing. Nobody, like any physician or other health professional who tries to force you or push you into something that you don't want, is not the right one for you. Right? If you're in agreement and you're vibing the same, then great. Then you do that. But if you're not, don't go against your own feelings. Don't go against your own wisdom, your own gut knowledge. That's what you've got. We all have that. Every single person has that. And if you go against it, you're really betraying yourself. So don't go against that. You are the authority on you. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for supporting me as I take back my power and listen to my intuition, desires, and feelings. Exactly. So ask for help. Your angels are always here. All the archangels are always here, ready and waiting in the wings just for you to ask. That's what they do. That's what they do. Do some meditating. It feels like you are trying to look within yourself. You are trying to use your own wisdom and your intuition, and you're trying to gather the information and see all the situation. And it feels like in general you're doing pretty good at that. But it's like you've got so much in there. It's like it's cluttered and staticky because there's just too much. So spend some time meditating and clear some of that out. Just let it be calmer. If you don't meditate or you don't know how, then like learning how, you can find that all over YouTube, or perhaps you have practitioner friends or things like that, right? And take some time to center your thoughts so that the clutter can fall away. That the details that I'm being shown, that it's tempting even afterwards to pull those details back in because you think those are important, but they're not. If they fell away during meditation or during inner knowledge work, quiet thought time, stuff like that, then there's a reason they fell away. It means you don't need them at this time. So allow that to stay gone. Okay. That meditation is also like it feels like you're just very, very tired, So allow yourself to be refreshed by that. Oh, really take some time. Like that is actually the next thing that they say is take a vacation. You need some downtime. You need to regroup. By vacation, they're not necessarily talking about traveling and exploring or things like that. They're saying take some time off and regroup. Have a rest. If if somebody at home is saying, oh, good, you've got time off. Now you got time to do this and do this and do this. Say, no, I took time off so that I could rest. I'm tired. If it fits in, if I get the motivation to do it, sure, I'll maybe do something. But the reason for this is downtime. And stand firm in that. You need a break. You need a rest. You need a change. Right? Go do fun stuff after you sleep in. Okay. All right. And here it looks like a new location. So for some of you, this is a new home. For some of you, it's maybe new employment, new place of work somehow. For some of you, it's a change in thought and perspective. So, it's a good move. It's it feels like you're uncertain about it, but it's a good move. If there, however, is, if there's things along the way that start to not line up, then that means you've just gotten a little bit off track. Maybe there's still a new thing for you. It's just not that new thing. That's what this feels like. Feels like there's just so many like tributaries, right? So many little directions. You take this main branch thing or main river, whatever it is, and then there's little places you could branch off, and you could go in a slightly different direction. And you'll have to explore a few of those first, it feels like, before you find the right one. But there's a new something or other coming here for you. And it feels like you're just starting to really gain momentum on it. So there's no rush, but just awareness so far. And keep going towards it, because that's for you. Okay? All right. So now we have the daily guidance cards. We will ask for one more bit of information, wisdom, from your guides. And so they're saying there's a change in direction. And it popped out like I barely moved the cards and it popped right out. And so very similar to this new location, change in direction. So again, it feels like for some of you, it is a perspective thing, not necessarily a physical change, but it's something that you're thinking differently about for a bit. And just exploring the different avenues that there are. You don't need them all. Don't spend too much energy exploring the different directions. Let your meditation open up your solar plexus, so that when you find the right branch, the right direction to go, that's open and you'll be able to feel it right away. Don't get too passionate about starting to investigate things, because when you do that, then it's hard for you to let go of that as a possibility, right? So you're not going to do them all. It would not be smart to do them all. Investigate a little bit, or have a look at it, and sometimes your gut will tell you right away, no, that don't do this, and then don't do it. I mean, even if you think it's good, don't do it. Yes, it's probably good, but maybe it's just not for you, right? So have fun exploring and understand that they're not all for you. Okay. Capricorn, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you very much. And I want you to know that I love you. And I will see you next week.